Right. Welcome, everybody. Hold on. There we go. I
Okay.
am joined with a guest from Sri Lanka. Did you want to introduce yourself a little bit? Right.
Sorry.
Welcome, everybody. Oh, sorry. Technical
On.
difficulties. Hold on one sec. There we go. Yeah, did you want to introduce yourself real quick? I don't know if anybody's watching yet, but
Okay. Only you and me.
yeah, only you and me probably, but that's okay.
It's okay.
Got to start somewhere, man.
Okay.
Did you want to introduce yourself?
Uh, no, you can start.
Oh. So you're from Sri Lanka, and what are some of the differences between law
Uh,
between the United
okay.
States
Yeah.
and Sri
I
Lanka?
think first one is first difference is here when when courts accused should take a lawyer for the uh, uh, application. Okay, can you understand me?
I think so. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's in English. I'm so sorry. I feel kind of bad.
Yeah, yeah, it's so bad, really.
So you said lawyers were different or a difference?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, so so are there lawyers in Sri Lanka?
මොකද්ද මේ ලංකාවේ යුනයිටඩ් ස්ටේට්ස් වෙලා තියෙන විනස ලෝවල
They are following Roman Dutch law, they are following civil law.
oh yeah
That's very difference is we are following Roman Dutch law. United States following uh, civil law. Hello?
Oh, hello. I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time understanding.
You can't heard me.
No, I can hear you. I can I'm trying to follow.
Okay. Then let's see, your country law,
Uh-huh.
your United States law, um, not necessary lawyer.
Let me see. Oh no, the call stopped. Oh no. Technical difficulties.
Hello.
Hello. Now we're back. So,
Okay, here,
see,
here, it's a very heavy raining here, lightning and heavy raining. That's what the signal dropped, I think.
it's all good. It's all good. So you're saying one difference is lawyers?
Lawyers, yes.
So,
Because of we following the Roman Dutch law. Your country, United States, following civil law. So
okay, okay. I'll be completely honest. You probably know a lot more. Obviously, you know a lot more about this than I do. But what what's the difference between those two types of law that you just described?
hello,
Hello,
hello.
hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear.
Awesome. So, could you expand upon that? Like, what are the differences between those two types of law? Because I'm not very familiar with what differentiates the two.
Okay, wait. I will give the phone. He can speak English well, I think.
Hello?
Hello,
Hi. How are you?
I am I'm well. How are you?
Fine, fine. Thank you very much.
So,
So, how can I help you?
how can I help you? Well, I just wanted to talk a little bit about like Sri Lankan law and what differentiates it from American law.
Yeah, actually, in Sri Lankan law, earlier, before colonization, Sri Lanka, we have our own legal systems. But after 1815, we have acquired Roman Dutch law and with English law. Nowadays, we are following both legal systems. It's very familiar with Roman Dutch law and English law. But in your country, you are using civil law. Actually, it means the difference in Sri Lanka, the judges are not going to investigate any matter what we are producing to them. They are just hearing what lawyers say. But in your country, your judges are going to investigate the issue. Actively, they are participating to investigate the matter what they before they have produced to them. I think it's the main difference what we are using in your country and my country.
Wow,
Hello.
I love it. Um,
So because of that, uh, I think in my country we are little bit of same like in UK, United Kingdom. Because of that, lawyers can earn money, lot of money because the all the things depend on what lawyers said. But in your country, there are no such a thing. I think. Am I correct? Do you have any experience in court?
no, I actually I just I did just get called for jury duty, so that's about the extent of my experience. I
Yes.
don't have much experience.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I think those are the main things. So shall I give the phone to? So, do you want anything to know?
What about international law? What do you guys?
Actually, huh?
Oh, I'm
Yes.
sorry.
No. You can ask. Complete the question.
Oh yeah, I was just curious because I was like recently in the news the Israeli Palestinian conflict. I don't know if you guys have been looking into that, but um there are those there are a lot of people who bring up the fourth like Geneva Convention in international law when talking about the Israeli Palestinian conflict. I was wondering if you
Hmm.
guys had any opinions on that. I know that's like a really controversial topic, but
Actually, yes. I can understand because there are a lot of rumors and a lot of discussions are going there about the Israel and Palestine the war. Actually, as considering Sri Lanka, we are not obeying international laws without approving our supreme power, that parliament. We can sign all agreements which you are going to sign that in international level, to that UN human rights or something. But whatever the thing, if you want to apply to Sri Lanka, then you have to first get passed from our parliament. Without doing that, you cannot apply any human rights rules, global international rules in Sri Lanka. I think in regarding that German or some countries, they are directly allowing the international rules to their country, but we are not in that side. So internationally, but the thing is, when we talking about human right things, I think we have to discuss more things about the Israel and Palestine issues. What your opinion actually?
oh, my opinion, I can't. I don't think I should touch on that. It's so
Because
it.
yeah, it's a very difficult issue because both the parties are giving more things and more evidence. So I think without going to say about them, I think we should study what is the problem actually, because this is not a sudden case. No, this has happened long term. So I think we should have to do some proper homework before going to give any kind of statement. No? And because those both the countries are independent countries, so they both have the rights. So we should actually find out what actually happened at that situation. Otherwise, I don't know, because earlier you know that before 10-15 years, Sri Lanka also faced same issue in civil law. You know that with Tamil rebellion teams and Sri Lanka government. At that time also it has happened around 30 years. So both the parties has some justifiable answers for that. You know that this is also I think same type issue.
Yeah, it's a very complicated issue. Yeah.
Yes, we are actually in United States. USA is supporting Israel, and most of the Arabic countries and some Asian countries are supporting Palestine. But I don't know who is the good one, who is the bad one. I think both are good, both are bad. So it's a very complicated. Actually, you are correct.
You know, I um
Am I correct?
yeah, and see, I don't want, and I don't even really want to give my own opinion on it because
Yes, yes.
if I say anything, someone's going to be offended immediately.
Definitely, because all the people we are keep in touch with both the teams. So I think it's very difficult because it's a very sensitive thing. No, actually, any kind of voice. we are not accepting any kind of war, but it is a human sensitive thing, so we have to think much before saying something, because they both uh, telling that they both have rights to that land. I don't know who is the real owner, but I think any, not the any people, any man, all the mankind has the right to the mother earth. So I don't know
Mm.
who are the actual owner of that land, but I think they should decide it in a peaceful manner, not going to war, because most of the civilians are getting hurt. No,
Yeah, we do need peace. Yeah, because it's never
yes,
yeah, it is never fun when civilians get. Yeah, yeah. It's painful. Can I
yes,
ask you,
definitely.
can I ask you, like, what was Sri Lanka? So okay, so Sri Lankan law changed after British occupation, right? So
Yes.
what was Sri Lankan law like? Do you have any idea what it was like before the occupation?
Before occupation of colonization, I think it is actually it was an earlier kingdom, but of country law. It's nearly like UK law, because I think I can find a small difference in criminal laws, because the criminal law part is mostly equal to that Arabic law. You know that Saudi law. They are when you have done some wrong things, they are going to cut your legs, cut your arms, you are beheaded, everything. No, it's like that in earlier time. But after colonization, we have withdrawn that kind of punishment from our criminal laws. I think it's the main thing. Other things are actually it's a kingdom, not a parliament. So it's very like to the UK.
You said cutting arms off?
Early actually, because when someone has done a wrong thing like theft or any kind of things, they had removed their, as a punishment, they have rid their hands or something like. It's very like to the Saudi punishments. These days also they have done the, when someone has done something wrong, it's a criminal. If it is a criminal offense, then what will do? The Saudi king is ordering to cut their body parts or something. No, it's like that. In earlier, because of at that time, the Sri Lankan law also made by a king. That's why.
Okay.
But later, yeah, but laterly when parliament was established, so then after the law has because nowadays we are not uh, practicing death penalty also. It is the highest punishment in Sri Lanka is lifetime imprisonment.
Yeah, that's a lot different than oh boy. Yeah, yeah, getting your yeah, that's I don't even know what to say to that. That's yeah,
Yeah, okay.
that's rough.
I think you have, yeah, you have so many questions about my law.
I do. Well, are you at
Okay.
all familiar with US law?
US law actually we are not following with our degrees, but considering about your parliamentary actions like that, differentiations powers, we are learning about those things only actually, but we are not going to follow your every and each bills and your some, but we are following you some of the remarkable judgments. We are following that, but not much actually. We are following lot of things from that UK and Roman Dutch laws.
So if historically there were like punishments as extreme
Hmm.
as cutting off a body part, why were the punishments so severe? Why is that changed from something like that to simply life imprisonment
Yeah,
as
because of that, because of that, at that time, England law was a bit of in a good position, no? Because earlier they also uh, controlled by king, no? After the parliament has established in USA, UK, they also removed some powers from the king. So I think they also push to the democracy in Sri Lanka. Also, they have pushed us to go to the democracy. So they don't accept that kind of primitive punishment actually, because you can't correct people by giving some kind of that kind of punishment. Actually, those are primitive. Actually, not those kind of things we cannot accept, because beheading or someone's cutting off their body parts is not actually punishment, it's like a revenge. So in
yes.
modern law we shouldn't go that kind of things. So if you want to rehabilitate someone, so we have to use better kind of solutions, I think it's a good thing is
Hmm.
prevention.
I agree. I agree. Rehabilitation has to be the goal, I think. Um,
Yes.
yeah, I do think that's important because yeah, I think a lot of people, especially like in the United States, I think a lot of people still think in terms of revenge, and I do think the goal
Yes.
has to be rehabilitation because I think revenge doesn't always solve the problem. I think because the goal has to be to stop people from committing repeated offenses, but revenge often often I feel like revenge is I feel like revenge is in danger of increasing the likelihood of
Yes.
repeated behavior, because I don't know what your opinion is, but I do think I do think if we focus on the punishment alone, there is a risk of uh, repeated behavior. um, I don't know
Exactly,
if
you are correct.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Exactly,
Yeah, I
because
because I don't know. I do think obviously the goal has to be to stop the bad behavior.
yes, yes. Jesus also said the same thing. No, you know, I think you are Christian, no?
Yes.
Yes, yes. So that's the thing. Jesus and Lord Buddha also said the same thing. I think because you cannot correct, rehabilitate anything by getting revenge from someone. So you have to find another way to rehabilitate. Or I think it's a better thing is prevention, because you cannot correct anything after the in the last stage. So it's better the government should make law to prevent the people's committing crimes, I think. Mm.
That actually leads me to a question: is Sri Lankan law heavily influenced by Buddhist values?
Yes, definitely, because according to our that what do you call uh, anukamasta, that
Constitution.
yeah, because into our constitution, the number one prioritized religions is Buddhism. So it has a major influence to all of our laws. So that we are not actually these days we are not accepting that kind of earlier that primitive punishments also. It is if you have one day followed uh, Buddhism, you can realize it's very humanitarian religion. So because of that, in Sri Lankan law currently, most of the laws are making respecting to the Buddhism.
I love Siddhartha. I don't know if you're aware of this, but in the United States, there are a lot of
Yeah.
people who follow. There are, I mean, maybe not a lot, but there are some people, even among even among Christians and atheists, there are a lot of people who still follow Buddhist values. So I think that's
Yes. Yes.
nice. Yes.
Thank you. I think it Catholic also the one of the best religious in the world because the Jesus also said the same thing. There are little bit difference in practices, but the when we considering about the core, both the cores are equal. You- Yeah, because the both leaders has said same thing, no? Because they both valued the humanitarian.
And I don't want to keep you too long, but I was let me see. I did want to ask one question if I could. Like in the United States, we have a history of laws in our past that have been very, very racist, like the Chinese Exclusion Act of 1882. I was wondering, has racism been a problem in your country? And
Racism has in according to law there are no in racism laws, but practically they have a civil war in the country because at that time that LTT it means one of the Tamil tigers actually they are we mark them as a terrorist actually terrorist group. They are asking another country, but dividing by two separate estate. But at that time we have make some laws, but that also we haven't focused about racism.
so there's not really a focus.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Are you at all familiar with I, I don't know if you are because it's like I said it's U.S. law, but I was just curious. Have you ever heard of the Chinese Exclusion Act?
Actually, I didn't follow that Chinese exclusive act.
It's all good. I didn't even hear about it until I
So,
got
but
into
I
college. Yeah, it was
1882. You mean that, no?
yes, it was a long time
Yeah.
ago.
Okay. Is it active until nowadays?
No, no, it was
Ah,
it,
ah,
it, it
ah.
was a super it was a super racist law that
Yes,
was
yes, yes.
it prohibited
Hmm.
the immigration of the Chinese of people of Chinese yeah it
But
was
yeah, yeah, because I think it's like same kind of act. I think in India also, no, because I have seen that they are removing Pakistanian to enter in from India. They also I don't have very knowledge about if they have act, but I know practically they are doing that. I think if it is state security issue, country security, I don't know. It's I can't say it is wrong or bad, good or bad. But as considering about humanitarian laws, but I think when at that front, I think it's not a good thing making racism laws.
I was curious before I let you go. If I could ask you, I was curious because you brought up India. Are there any major similarities between Indian law and Sri Lankan law?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Most of them are common actually. We haven't any considerable differences. We haven't. We both countries because We both in same position in colonization era, no? Because of that, we both have the very familiar common laws.
Thank you so much for being on.
Thank you.
I
It's my pleasure to discuss with you.
Yeah, this is a fascinating subject. I think yeah, I don't think we I think we'll definitely talk about it again.
Yes, definitely. I also like to discuss with you about those things. We'll discuss. Then I'll give the phone.
It's awesome. Thank you so much.
Okay.
You've been so awesome. I'm so glad that you been able to talk to me about this for so long. I hope I haven't been
Okay.
keeping you.
Yeah. Pleasure with me. Thank you very much. All the best.
All the best. That was fantastic. I think that was amazing. I love that. I apologize if I had difficulty understanding at times. I am American, and we have very different accents. So I'm sorry if I didn't catch some of that. Look in the description, by the way, for the for the guests YouTube channel. You all should subscribe to that. Anybody who's watching, subscribe, give them some love. Before I end the stream, I wanted to bring up um, just a couple more things about law that I wanted to cover. Um, there was a law in not a law, sorry. There was a major court case in 1988 that I've brought up a lot in my personal life. It was California versus Greenwood, and I've used this, and a lot of other people I think have used this for um, the purpose um, of justifying that of justifying the idea that a person's waste is public domain. Um, and that's my understanding of the case. Another really important something else important about U.S. law that I think we should definitely cover when we talk about this in the future too is the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990, ADA. That I think is something we can uh, probably talk about for hours. But no, thanks to my guests. I had a lot of fun. Like I said, I am so sorry that I had trouble understanding at times. Like I said, I'm American and the accents are different. Um, they may have had difficulty understanding me too, and that just comes with the territory whenever whenever you have a conversation with someone from another country. But I enjoyed it a lot. I think we had a fun time, and I hope everybody learned something. This was really fun. Um, and yeah, I'll let you guys go in a few minutes and or in a few seconds. And like I said, subscribe to their channel, show some love, and